Hello and welcome. We're back for another race in the NASCAR Racing 2003 simulated season after 2 of 36 events. The 48 of Nitro Apple holds the lead over Sim Slidin' by just 10 points, followed by the 88 of Gaming with Gator, the 9 of Samet Ozkin, and the 07 of the Icon Gaming. That rounds out your top 5. We'll give you a second here to take a look at the rest of the standings. It is still early in the season, but we can see the season has been dominated thus far by just 2 drivers, that 48 of Nitro Apple and the 20 of Sim Sliding. You can see Sim Sliding led most of the laps last week. So we're going to see what happens here as we go to Las Vegas, and we'll see ya when we're taking the green flag. And the command has been given. The command to fire engines has been given. As you see, they roll off on the grid, and we see 2 pretty familiar faces here on that front row. We have the 48 of Nitro Apple, the 20 of Sim Slidin'. Pretty good qualifying run there for the 12 of Mello, followed by the 8 of PCSRA 26. I'm going to go through the field here. Next is going to be the 29 of Rocky Gordon, followed by the 88 of Gaming with Gator. Let's see, the 07 is going to be on the outside. The 07 of the Icon Gaming is going to be on the outside of Stock Car Fan 17. We're going to go back now. The inside is going to be the 17 of Colin Cropley, followed by the 9 of Samet Ozkin, who is 3rd in points right now. I'm going the wrong way with the arrow here. There we go. Followed by the 45 of Skylar Taylor and the 5 of Aaliyah Drexler. Rounding out the field is going to be the 32 of, if I can find it here, it's me, Garrett, and the 1 of Kayla Haverly. The green flag is out, and we are racing here. The 48 gets off to a pretty good jump there right off the start. Has led a majority of the laps thus far this year, but has yet to come away with a win. And that is a monster jump out of the 48 there. This track is hard on tires. That's one thing. This track is definitely hard on tires. But there is a snarling pack behind him. He just wants to lead these laps here. Nitro Apple's been snubbed a couple times. Falling into 3rd place is the 12 of Mello. The 8 seems to be going backwards at the moment, but the high side is definitely not the line to run around this racetrack, as we have a 3-wide battle behind, as they seem to sort it out off of the corner, giving the 8 the 4th position right now. The 16 dives to the inside. And another 3-wide battle behind is Colin Cropley, really looking to get up through here. Like I say, the Fords tend to be pretty good at Las Vegas no matter when they come here. They always seem to unload pretty good. As you see, Samet Ozkin in the 9 there is making up spots as well. 3rd position in points right now, looking to improve upon that, but they're going to have to do something to throw in this 48. The 48 is checked out right now. The 20 isn't too far behind. Now, the 12 had a really good short run car at Rockingham. Looks to maybe have swung it the opposite direction, maybe having a faster long run car here. As you see, the 8 of PCSRA 26 going by on the low side, and the 16 up there on the high side. We're going to ride along with the 12 here just to get a glimpse of what it's like running around this track with fresh tires. Golf Gator in-car camera today is with the 16 of Stock Car Fan 17, and that's going to be a good camera all day as that 16 car is making moves fast and early here, but that 9 car is also making moves. We have a roof camera on that car as well. We're looking at a possibility of 2 to 3 pit stops here depending on the ability to save fuel. So far, it seems like the Fords have had pretty good fuel mileage all year. This that 9 is going to go underneath the 12 now. That 9 and the 16 are our biggest movers so far in this race, as the 48 continues to lead. There's a couple of quality issues. We'll take this time here as everybody has kind of sorted it out single file. There's a couple of quality issues in the first 2 videos that I believe I have remedied them through my recording software. So we're going to see how this video ends up. Thing is with these races, you can't go back and change them. Once they're done, they're done. So I want to make sure and get the best quality content out to you guys, but I also don't want to miss any racing because this is very, very intense stuff. As you see, the 9 cars right up to the rear bumper now of the 16. Gonna possibly look to the inside here. No. We're gonna go back up and take a look at the 48 here. Switch out my mouse situation. We're going to go back and look at the 48, who has absolutely checked out on the field. The only thing that can stop him here is going to be a problem down pit road. It's looking pretty good for the 48 and the 20 right now. The 8 car there running in 3rd position, though, not a bad run for him either, as we are very early in the going. We're only about a 4th of the way through. But we have a good battle that's heating up here for the 4th position, as 1, 2, and 3 have seemed to have sort of settled down a little bit. As the 9 car here is going to take a look to the inside, just not going to have a big enough run. Lap times are falling off here. Almost a second, about 6/10 of a second so far. This track eats up tires more than you would imagine. Not as bad as Rockingham was last week, but definitely eats up tires. Let's take a look at the 1 here battling in 13th with the 32 of It's Me Garrett. Definitely a couple of cars that are looking to turn their season around in the early going, that's for sure. The 5 is in 12th, sort of falling off the pace just a little bit. The 29 has, as we got a pass going on here for 5th place, or for 8th place rather, possibly, but as these tires wear, everybody seems to go single file. It's tough to sneak your nose underneath somebody and make that pass, that's for sure. So that 16 definitely has a good short run car. We saw it qualify deeper in the field and was able to make a few passes and get up to 4th position, which would be a run that would be welcomed by Stock Car Fan 17, that is for sure. The 17 looking to maybe sneak underneath the 12 here. The 12 might have missed the setup again. They're really good at making short run cars at 12, and good qualifying speed as well. Yeah, that 48 is shot out of a cannon, an absolute cannon right now. Hasn't really fallen off that much. The speed is still there. They have definitely hit the setup right. But there's 2 weeks in a row that 48 has had a dominant car. 2 weeks in a row, the first 2 weeks of the season, that 48 car has been the car to beat, both times taken away by somebody else. The 20 car now running in 2nd. Almost a full second off of his best lap is Sim sliding. Third position car is the 8 of PCSRA 26. That battle behind him, though, just seems to keep heating up. That 9 is all over the rear bumper of the 16. You can see here, no driver really wanting to give an inch. The 16 car was definitely very fast to start the race, but that 9 car might be might have a little bit more of long run speed. We'll see if anybody can push it pit-wise over halfway. Ooh, the 9 car gets a little bit loose out of the corner, but loose is fast, and the 9 car has stuck his nose underneath the 16 car. It's going to be tough for the 16 to hang on that outside, but for now he is doing that, and that's what the 8 wants to see out of his rearview mirror. This is this battle was going on for a while as the 16 just gives the 9 the position. Oh, maybe not. Fighting back on the high side, but just gives way. I mean, we're not even to halfway yet. So the 16 definitely just wants to stay clean. That moves the 9 up to 4th. The 9 is kind of the surprise of the year so far, running very high in points. This would be the year that 2005 is the year Casey Kane had his massive sophomore slump. So the counterpart of the car that Salmon is running, as we have pit stops happening right now. The 48. Oh, we only had about half the field stop here. The 48 stayed out, but second place through about 8th place stopped. We got a battle for the lead going on right now. These guys are going to have to pit this lap, I would assume. Maybe they're going to stretch it and see if they can turn this into a one-stop race. But all I know right now is the 17 of Colin Cropley is the leader. Or is in second, I should say. The 48 is on pit road. So this is going to be interesting because the 20K is on pit road as well. So can the 20 come out and possibly pass, as you see the front 3 or the 2nd through 4th place come out in the same order. But this is going to be very interesting because the 48 is getting his services completed. Changing right side tires now. It's a long pit road here. Yeah, the 48's. It's going to be interesting. The 20 possibly. The 20's coming off at turn 4 now, so the 20 may assume the lead, which would be really something, but the 20 car is not going to be able to make it on fuel, I wouldn't assume. Let's see where the 20 is in relation to the 48. You're going to see the 20 come up on the, or come up in the monitor here. And the 48 looks to may possibly have retained his lead. I thought the 20 was going to be a little closer than that. But as we'll ride along on the roof cam here. Coming down the front stretch is the 20, and the 48 is going into turn 1. What an excellent pit stop by that 48 bunch. Now the 8 is looking to capitalize possibly on the 20. The 8 definitely had a better short run car than a long run car in that first fuel run. And the 9 was a very good long run car, still able to complete passes. It looks to be loose, but man, loose is fast. So these guys did pit a lap before the leader did. The leader is going to be very close. The leader's going to be very close on fuel here. As you see the 16 getting passed by the 12. The 12, again, very good short run speed. We're going to ride along in the cockpit view for a lap here and just listen to these cars as they go around the track, and how on fresh tires these cars just move around the track. these guys are moving around here, and as you saw out of the windshield of the 16, the battle right now for second place is heating up. That 8 car, they took a little bit of wedge out of it. He was getting a little bit he was too tight in that first run. Couldn't really make any runs happen. Was able to run a commanding third place, but now looking to challenge for second. If the race continues as it is, I do not foresee the 48 getting upset here, but the 8 car is all over the back bumper of the 20. And that 9 car is waiting in the wings. Salmon Oskin has quietly put together, the first 2 races of the year, has quietly put together 2 good runs. Now let me remind you that these guys did pit already. They have pit once. And it was on lap 19. Now that would make them about 3 laps short to make it to the end of this race. And that 8 car might use the front bumper here. Because getting into turn 1, that 20 car seems to be taking it a little bit gingerly, but that 9 car is getting closer as well. And these guys battling it out and running their stuff real hard, that is just what the 48 wants to see. You see that 8 car looks to have added a little bit of tape to the front end. The track we were running in practice, it was cloudy. In qualifying, it was sunny, and in practice, happy hour, it was cloudy again. You see there are some clouds off in the distance here. So these drivers are probably hoping, some of them who missed the setup just a little bit are probably hoping for that cloud cover to return. Their setup might be a little bit closer to what they were running in practice, but seems like the guys who qualified up front are definitely running up front, or running normally up front. Yeah, that 8 car is just so good into turn 1. Able to cut it down pretty commandingly into turn 1, but 3 and 4 are just better for the 20, but I don't know how much longer the 20 of Sim Sliding is going to be able to hold off the 8 of PCSRA, or PCSRA at 26. Problem is off of turn 4 is where the 20 is the strongest on the racetrack, so the 8 trying to make a run down into the corner or down the front stretch is getting harder and harder. Like I say, these guys are really running their stuff hard, and that 9 can see these guys as everyone is about single file around the racetrack. Let's see. We're going to go through the field here while we have a minute. We're going to go up and check on our leader. The leader, the 48 of Nitro Apple, is led from the green flag essentially. No signs of slowing down. They have hit the setup perfectly here today. Set cruise control, and the word on the radio is they're trying to save some fuel, possibly make this just a one-stop race. They do have a big enough lead they could back off a little bit. The 20 car now is Sim Sliding running in second, under fire from the 8 car. It says in that first run the car was a little bit loose and they over adjusted it. Now the car is a little bit tight. Can't seem to get through 1 and 2 the way you would want to. They're going to be short on fuel for sure, so they're going to have to make another stop. The 8 car of PCSRA 26 started up front, has been running up front all day, had a very good pit stop, came out right with the 20, running lap times that were pretty close to the 48. Now that he's past the 20, we're going to see what he can do. The 9 car is another one running up front in points, kind of having a silently good season, running through the ranks pretty quietly. Running right now in 4th, catching the 20, was catching the 20 and the 8. Has a very good long run car as it was portrayed in the first run there. So he's going to try and hopefully keep marching towards the front. Running in 5th right now is the 12 of Mello. So far this year, they have kind of missed the setup just a little bit. They've always been just a hair off, had really good short run speed, been lacking that long run speed, but it's only a matter of time before they put it all together. And running behind the 12 of Mello is the 16 of Stock Car Fan 17. In the beginning of this race was shot out of a cannon. During the first run, he was saying on the radio that the car was handling perfectly. They made a slight air pressure adjustment, and that seems to have disrupted the way the car is handling. and they are losing pace right now to the 5th place car. Running in 7th place is the 88 of Gaming with Gator after that big Daytona 500 victory in a miraculous 2 laps to go pass. Kind of been consistently about 7th to 5th place running so far this year. They saying the car feels pretty good right now. A little bit snug, but snug is not fast around this racetrack for sure. Running back in 8th, we have the 17 of Colin Cropley. Another one that just needs to put it together for a race this year, working hard at it. Running in 9th is the 29 car of Rocky Gordon. Ran very good at Rockingham last week with, I believe, a 3rd place finish. This week, not doing so hot here at Las Vegas, not one of their best tracks. The car is just a little bit off all day. Been tight, been fighting that. They made an air pressure adjustment, didn't seem to change. Right now, the 07, who had a good first 2 races. This is the first one they've kind of missed on of the Icon Gaming, is running in the top 5 in points. Probably won't be running in the top 5 after this race. The 5 car of Aaliyah Drexler was one of those involved in that wreck at Daytona, and it gave themselves a pretty big hole to dig out of in the pits. We'll see what they can do. And the 45 of Skylar Taylor, another one that finished very well in the Daytona 500, but seems to be slipping back just a hair. The 32 of It's Me Garrett with that awesome tied ride, running in 13th right now. A little bit off the pace. They're just trying to get their footing underneath them, trying to put together a full race and stay consistent. And the 1 of Kayla Haberly, another one that ran pretty good at Daytona and missed it last week, seems to have missed it again. So they're going to try and put together a full race here, and you never know, the super speedways will be their friend for sure. So let's go back to the 48, the leader here running on lap 37 of 41, coming around here to make it 4 laps to go. I couldn't think there for a second. Yeah, 4 laps to go. And right now running second is the 8 of PCS RA 26. 3rd place is the 88. Now, remind you that the 88 and the 8, or the 88 was another one that pitted a lap early. So the 48, like I say, was trying to save some fuel, but they were not able to coming down pit road this time. The 20 car peeled off 1 lap early, just like last time. The 88 car coming to pit road as well. The 17 stays on the racetrack, though, and that's a little different. They may have been backing off there to save some fuel or just trying to get those 5 bonus points for leading a lap. The 17 of Colin Cropley. There comes the 20 car off of pit road. If the 17 car can pull this off, that would really be something. Looks to be maybe coming to pit road this time, but if they saved enough fuel, yep, going to make the turn to pit road. They did not save enough fuel. So now the race for the win is going to be, can this 20 car get out in front of the 48? Because I believe the 8 car came in with the 48 as well. So let's see, the 8 car is going on that entrance road right here. The 48 is already on the racetrack. The 20 car is going to get around him, though, with the 48 is just gone. Come across here to lead. 2 laps to go here. The 48 is actually in 2nd position. So who is in 1st? I believe the 17 is still listed as 1st. Yes, the 17 car was 1st last time around. The 88 is actually running 3rd right now, has passed the 20 of Sim Sliden. So the 48 is going to come around to make it 1 lap to go here, running as hard as ever. The 88, there must have been a problem on the 8 car's pit stop, and we are hearing now there was a problem. The jack man was not able to locate the jacking point, making that spot or that stop slower. Yeah, mired back in traffic pretty far now. But the 48 is going to come off of turn 4 here with a commanding victory, leading almost flag to flag. The 48 of Nitro Apple takes the victory here. The 20 car was able to get past the 88 there on that last lap. Judging from the distance here, probably used the chrome horn on the front of that car, but the 88 with a 3rd place finish. The 48 is going to take the cool down lap here. What a commanding victory. And that's just going to make that points lead all that much better. Takes his drive down pit lane. This victory moment has been brought to you by, again, enter your name here. If you'd like to sponsor me, hit me up. We're going to take a look at the finishing order here. And it looks like it was the 48, followed by the 20, the 88, the 12, the 17, and then the 8. Actually, no, the 8 made her into 5th place. The 16 was 7th. The 9 was 8th. 29 was 9th, running about that all day. The 07 was 10th. 11th goes to the 5, 12th to the 45, and 13th to the 32, followed by the 1, rounding out the field in 14th. Well, it was an eventful day. It was an eventful day for the 48 car, that's for sure. We are going to see you in the next race, which is going to be Atlanta, and it sure is going to be an exciting, action-packed race. So we'll see you in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe and join my Discord.